Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Is everybody doing okay out there today? I was going to have two cameras, but my Ethernet cord didn't come in. Uh, the Amazon is late with their promised delivery time. Um, and usually, when it's this late, they cancel it and deliver it the next day. So, we've I've been following this Reckless Ben Lego case for the last couple weeks. Um, YouTube is very good at knowing what I want to see. And so I had been seeing the um, somebody stole a $200,000 Lego Star Wars set, and the big Millennium Falcon box of Lego is there, and it was being presented to me multiple times a day, and I wasn't gonna bite. Loved Star Wars as a kid. It came out in 1977 when number four, A New Hope, and I had money. I had a paper route and various other odd jobs, cleaning up stores, carrying beer bottles for uh, a tavern up and down stairs. So I had some disposable income. So about 3 or 4 times a week that summer, I would ride my bicycle into Iowa City and watch the matinee show of Star. And I was just the right age. Um, 1977, I was 14 years old. So to see that ship come overhead after the scrolling words um, was was very, very, very uh, awe-inspiring. It just took your breath away the first time you saw it. Yeah, I'm so young. I've I've got commit. I've got confirmation that I missed 2 years earlier today. So and then I was reminded why I lost 2 years because I was heavily alcohol addled. So it makes sense. So has anybody else been following this case? Hmm. Okay, so we've got some players. Now the hero slash villain is a YouTube creator called Reckless Ben. And Reckless Ben is known for um, slacklining. And so I think that is what makes him so unflappable because um, he's very cool and even keeled. Something happens that would send somebody maybe off the rails or bonkers. Gosh, really? So he absolutely does have a good heart, and apparently it is not uncommon for him when he's been doing his guerrilla investigation type YouTubes that he doesn't get sued. He said that One time it was one time he didn't get sued was uh, exposing a church, and apparently, um, they turned the other cheek, and so that was interesting, and uh, Ben will let you know in his investigation when he has to throw a reverse card or think out of the box, and um, they'll say it's shady or illegal or highly illegal even, but he does it because he is fighting for the little guy, and I guess his heart really is in the right place, although it runs him afoul of the law. And we just um, at the end of the day, these things are just Legos, and it's money. Nobody got killed over Legos, although the temporary restraining order makes it sound like Ben is directing people to phone in death threats. Uh, that's just the court of public opinion, which this is being viewed in. And yes, editing can bias how a story is told. You, Anybody who's watched Big Brother for a season knows that when they bring out the after season, um, and the people have seen all the episodes, uh, it's like, oh, well, that's really taken out of context, and they painted so and so in a bad light all the time, just because they wanted people to be misled and um, get that shock value when they were put up on the chopping block. Um, Reality TV is fun sometimes. Reality TV sucks other times. Um, I haven't been this excited about a TV reality, quasi reality, I will say, because it's being portrayed on YouTube and in the court of public opinion. I'll say that haven't been this excited since Tiger King, and that was during the lockdowns when we didn't really have a lot to look forward to. And I was late to the party. I think it had run run all its episodes before I kept hearing about this Carol Baskin person, and I had to ask somebody, and they said, "You don't know? Oh, that's part of Tiger King." So then I fell down that rabbit hole. But this one is special. Um, we have a lot of characters here, and I'm gonna program some cards to be players in in the saga, and then when we do our draws, if these cards come up, they may represent the people, the actual people. These are not PJs. This is a birthday shirt that Hershey and Mo got me. Um, I'm wearing this because Ben's a big clown, so um, I've got clown skeletons on here. Um, but if there's a clown, there's got to be a pirate too. And so I don't know if you can see the pirate here with his orange. Yeah, you can see it. I'm just waiting for the delay on the TV to make sure they can see it. I am new to the Reckless Ben world, but I will be checking him out and um, you know maybe giving him support on Patreon uh, so I can give him support, but I just want to make sure that the CEO of Patreon doesn't do an about face. He did tell BAM that for the takedown orders, they can suck it. But he has been known to take down other people's content. So it is, you know, it's um, a biased situation at times. And I'm going to be biased on this case. I am not totally impartial um, because I like the thought of sticking it to the big guy. And I'm seeing a lot of nefarious indicators saying that they don't do business properly. Let's leave it at that. Um, all people are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Right now, this is being played out in the court of public opinion, which has immediate ramifications. Um, you don't think that they would have wanted there to be immediate theft of goods and they didn't have to be caught in lies, or reckless Ben wouldn't have to go through his Machiavellian machinations um, to play the Uno reverse card and stick a mirror up in front of the people's faces and say, let them figure out, oh, I see what you're doing. Uh, and there's nothing better than the way he edits. Of course, he's going to edit to tell the story, but he makes those pregnant, awkward pauses in the editing, and he lets you figure it out about the same time the other person's figuring it out. Um, I'm not so quick. You're probably miles and miles ahead of me while you're watching these things. Yeah, it is a Robin Hood energy going on here. So I know that people with this case or love Legos or love reality YouTube um, may not be familiar with tarot. And this is not what I usually do when I read tarot. But in this case, I wanted to read on some questions that people may have unanswered uh, with the with the with the BAM minifigures versus Reckless Ben case. So I'm going to show you the players in relation to tarot cards. Reckless Ben is judgment. Judgment is mine, saith the fool. I'm sure that's not how that's supposed to go. Brian Massell and um, Crystal and her partner that eventually got thrown up under the bus are going to be represented by the five of coins, which is loss and depression and the no way out hopelessness. But in this case, it's a reversed card that matches with their energy. Um, the oh shoot, now I forgot. Amon McNeff. Uh, he's going to be represented by our devil reversed. McNeff. Amon's the CEO. Matt McNeff is the COO, and he's going to be represented by the King of Pentacles, specifically in its reverse position. Um, Brandon Best and Josh Johnson, I'm going to lump them together because they're peas in a pod, and they both seem just as manipulative as the other. We don't see a lot of Brandon other than Sourpuss, but he backs up Josh no matter what. And then so we have the Four of Pentacles reversed, and the Four of Pentacles is usually referred to as King Midas, the miser. So they are all in it to hold on to the money for themselves. They don't want anybody to get anything. It's theirs by hook or by crook. And maybe a good choice of wordings uh, because that might be a way that some people see them. Tyler, the local transportation guy, in part two, when Ben goes to Utah. So he's the driver. He gets Ben transported around, and he is the Knight of Swords, upright. And the Knight of Swords, uh, he's really the right hand man. He's looking out for Ben, trying to let him know that he lives in the area, and maybe he's he's not Mormon himself, but he does live in the town. And what's happening to him is what people are saying is the strongest case for him to go after the police department that appears to be corrupt, and shows that by evidence of redactive redacted body cam footage. And then yes, then possibly could go to jail. And the RICO um, temporary restraining order and the RICO suit that they're throwing it all in together. Um, you know, they're saying everybody that Ben has come in t- contact with, or even people he didn't contact and are calling up stores and maybe saying threatening things, or they're trying to blame everything on Ben and his posse. But Tyler, since they looked at him and they could see his eyes that he was on heroin, and so the prolonged traffic stop and the search of the car, and he blew a zero for alcohol. Uh, he's just a young kid, and he's straight as an arrow. Says he's never drank, he's never done drugs. He doesn't. He's not a partier. He's more of a geek and a nerd and a video person. So partying is not his things. And if you live in a community in Utah, chances are there are at least 50%, 49 to 50% are um, with the Latter day Saints Church. I like how Ben is fair in his delivery with originally talking about the Latter day Saints people, but once the police start taking their um, actions from Ammon and Joshua, uh, they're not so squeaky clean. Um, yeah, he's got a lawyer to represent him in the Provo case. He went before the judge and the district attorney yesterday uh, via electronic means. He was still in L.A. They told him to, you know, for part of the case, he's got to get his fingerprints submitted. He said he'd already been fingerprinted in another county, but wherever Provo is, they didn't have uh, his print, so they said just go down to your local police department, get printed, and send the fingerprint card to the court before your next court date. So yeah, virtual. Thank you. I am really uh, stumbling on my words here today. Um, and I don't know if anybody's making. I guess you can't make comments other than stick it in the comment section via the, the telephone streams. I'm not sure the vertical. I'm posting trying something different, posting both vertical and horizontal. So that's why I don't take um, the full screen if you're watching on a television. Um, bu- bu- bum. So Victor and Brandon, part of the posse for Reckless Ben, they're going to be represented by the Three of Wands upright. They stick together. They have each other's backs. They go out on reconnaissance missions when it's too dangerous for Reckless Ben to be out on the scene, and they're doing some shenanigans themselves, but they're not doing the highly illegal shenanigans. Maybe mischief, maybe trespassing, maybe public picketing, but um, not not the mastermind behind it, but the execution people. The American Fork Police Department. Here we have the Emperor reversed. So this shows their undue use of bad tactics. They are not impartial. They're supposed to be the law for everyone equally. They're supposed to take witness statements and not be biased and not be run by members of the community. Doesn't seem that they know that in this case. Kai, Kai is he is the port liaison for BAM, and he's represented by the Page of Swords. He's the one that was the voice piece that said, "Oh, they're taking on the store. They take on the liability of the consignment." What? There are no consignments. Yes, you were told there were consignments. Oh, we didn't know there were consignments. Um, your your company published news releases and were sent them uh, over this thrilling, estimated at the time, $200,000 Star Wars um, consignment that was going to be available to purchase down the road. But it had a big premiere weekend, and the Ed Mazel the father who is sick. Brian Mazel is the agent that had the contract with Crystal to sell the Lego. Um, he was there in attendance, and uh, he just at the time wanted the collection to move, so his grandkids could have some money in their college um, funds, and use anything left over to help fight his sickness. The Lego community and the subreddits are going to be represented by the tower. Again, these are public opinion uh, courses, and if you've got a Lego um, sub community, some people are going to be pro BAM because they for the love of uh, for the love of the toy, for the love of the builds, for the love of the passion. Some are going to have known about this. Uh, Hello, Josh. Some are going to have known about this reckless ban and know his guerrilla journalism um, uh, documentary style of you know getting justice or telling the story. So they're not surprised that uh, it's a total shit show, and it is in a sense a total shit show. Um, oh yeah, and then if there is a civil rights violation case for Tyler, could it even be heard in Utah? Since everybody uh, is tied in. There's the High Council that uh, Joshua was released from in the church when they found out that um, he was not an upstanding person. He swore on God that he would give him back uh, and give back the Legos, and it just never happened. It you know come come around to it. He's like, fuck you, I'm not giving you no Legos. So not really a man of I can't say anything about a person of faith or an example of Christianity. I have quasi ties to the Latter day Saints church. I grew up as a reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints. Uh, doesn't mean anything to anybody, but we are the devil's spawn and apostates, according to Latter Day Saints. Um, all the people that I know from the Latter Day Saints are good people. Are they really um, don't cast judgment when they're alone. When there's a group, then they'll circle the wagons and point the guns out and blast any. Uh, I don't think Reckless Van was an LDS member. Um, Tyler lives in the town, but he is not a LDS um, person. So why they don't like reorganized Latter Day Saints is because we had the opportunity to know the true meaning of God, and we rejected it. So we are particularly um, vile people, I guess, in their eyes. But fortunately, a lot of LDS people operate on the golden rule: do to others as you would to yourself, as you'd have done to yourself, and a, a principle of Jesus: love one another. So they they're good people on a whole. It's just one bad apple um, does put bad light on a group. Uh, it's birds of a feather flock together. And there's other things that can be said, but neither here nor there. I mean, uh, there's there's good and bad in all religions, agnostics, uh, people of no faith, people that um, and, you know here we are on this esoteric journey, and we don't have the same beliefs as other people. Um, and then the Reddit, and I can't even read mine. But boom, I don't know what this says. I can't read my writing. Reddit. Oh, the Reddit moderation squad um, is what you would call the justice card, but in reverse. So um, they are particularly blind to um, impartiality. Um, you know, they've made up their mind already, and this is a done deal. They're not going to wait for court cases. So, um, what question did we have? Yeah, I don't think that Ben was a LDS member, um, and he did say that his during the swatting of the Airbnb, um, when his arm got yanked, he did say that his shoulder was pulled out of socket, but he mentions that a few days earlier he was skiing, had a pretty gnarly accident, and it's not unusual for his shoulder to pop out of in and out of joint because of the high intensity of slacklining that you know in earlier accidents he would have to grab the line, and the jerking of the entire weight of the body would pull um, the right shoulder out of socket. And they were saying, well, it was his right shoulder, and he showed a picture of the left. Of course, it's just a stock image. He was in jail. They didn't take him for medical treatment. He didn't ask for medical treatment because to him it's just kind of a nuisance, and it's just part of his demeanor. It's just matter of fact. It's like, oh, sucks to be me. It's gonna be sore for a few days, and he gets over it. We all could take lessons on being even keeled from this person. Um, we don't want to take lessons and take the risks that he does. So I'm looking for okay. I'm looking for that starred question. That's the only that's the only question. Was my question. Hi, Fatima. Blessings, blessings. Thanks for stopping in. I'm looking for the word question in caps. Anybody have one? Yeah, it is a big corporation, but um, I think it's run by in inexperienced business people. Apparently, um, the father of the McNeffs um, distanced himself uh, because he knows his sons are screw ups. Apparently, something mine. The name was changed to OG something or other holdings, and it just um, he even doesn't want anything to do with them because he can taste the slime, uh, and that's pretty bad thing for a parent to not really be in total support with their children. Mo, we will never get to see number three as long as there's trials going on, because he has a restraining order against him, and if he puts it out for others to see, he is risking his freedom, and he's risking Brian ever getting um, recompense for uh, or be made whole. Yes, there's a GoFundMe. Is that, yeah, a GoFundMe to make Brian whole, but uh, the McNeffs are going after those monies because they think it was, a criminal enterprise in RICO ill-gotten gains. This is organized crime, and these people are all thugs and thieves. So even though we stole the money first, we're going to make sure that we steal all the money, not leave a not leave a crumb behind for the mouse. Absolutely, he could possibly go to jail. And um, although the there's not felonies here, there's 5 acts of different misdemeanors, and Ben does not have a criminal record, or they would have to show criminal intent for a judge to give him the max, the 5 years and $250,000. It may be that he serves 30 days and then gets, you know, bailed out on parole, do service work or whatever the judge in courts decide. FG McCreds, he is not representing himself. Yesterday, he was representing himself, but he has got a lawyer. Whether he's paying for it or somebody's volunteered to take on the case, he will be represented. Oh yeah, the American Fork police, um, the city of American Fork are already looking at a 9% increase in the property taxes. Well, if they get sued, who knows? Uh, and that's per thousand. You know, um, per mil assessed. Is it's going up 9%. So you think of 9% of, maybe you got a $250,000 house. 9% of that, I can't pay that annually in taxes. Okay, no questions. I'm I'm so kerfuffle. Oh, there we go. Question. I see it. Thank you, Mo. Why did the original owners jump ship and move out of the country? The husband of Crystal, I think his name is Ben Gorman. Crystal Law and Ben Gorman, uh, they are life partners at this point. He had a job opportunity out of the country, and all Crystal said was, um, you know, he's getting a job out of the country, and it may take. Uh, um, I'm wanting to sell the franchise, but it's not going to be for 3 more months. Uh, and then 2 days later, I'm not sure of the timeline. Uh, really quickly, uh, there was some talk about October 24th that Brendan came down as a secret shopper to check out the store and the inventory to see what they may be getting in the takeover. And I'm sure he knew about the estimated $200,000 collection. $200,000 is not a verifiable or a realistic collection amount. Um, there there was no good accounting on the inventory taken at turnover time. They basically told Crystal and her partner to get out, and Crystal's like, I need to print out these sales receipts. He hasn't gotten paid for for the for the sets that were sold from the last time. I know at one time she was paying him on the 15th of every month, but it sounds like it slid for a few months, and Crystal wasn't uh, keeping up. Maybe the store got busier, or her life got busier with the expected move out of the country. Maybe she was doing things about that on the side, and her attention uh, wasn't on the um, maybe your attention wasn't fully on the business. And it's really hard to own a business if you love a hobby, because if you make your hobby your work, then your passion for the hobby sometimes wanes. Um, but it seems like it's still there for them. Uh, they enjoy Legos. After all, it's just a toy, and they're supposed to be fun and let you use your imagination. Um, I mean, it's that Six of Cups card, the nostalgia of being young, or the accomplishment of building something. I saw some sets. I saw a red um, Eiffel Tower set that stands like 8 feet tall, and it's all built of Lego brick. Uh, Beautiful thing. And I don't own Lego. I don't. I don't know if I ever owned Lego or if maybe at one time I got a Lego minifigure like keychain out of a capsule machine. Uh, but I wasn't part of the Lego building. We had Lincoln logs, real wood where you could get real splinters and have real complications. Lego was a no-no because somebody else's father stepped on a Lego, and my dad heard about that, and he didn't want to ever uh, have that happen to him. So they were kind of outlawed when we were young. But whenever Christmas came around, we had slot cars because Dad enjoyed racing with the kids. The charges, there are 8 counts. I can't really name them all. There's criminal trespass. There is impersonating a government employee, which they're saying a UPS delivery person is considered on the same as a United States postal worker. No, they were just being twits, and they sent him um, a box of ducks or a box of rubber chickens. Um, at uh, Vandalism because they printed out signs and put a banner sign over the existing sign to the store. But they did that after the store was closed, and the the parties had abandoned the store because they thought they split up an estimated $100,000. They just came to that arbitrary figure because in Oregon, you can't sue more than 10,000 in small claims court. So they came up with a scheme to purchase for 10 people 10 shares at $10,000 each. Money changed hands. They borrowed against credit cards. With one that I saw was like 29.84% interest. Uh, and so fortunately in Oregon, there's no sales tax. So what they could do is they bought the shares from Ben. Ben signed over 1/10 of the collection, or went through a spreadsheet and says, okay, you own these 15 sets, you own these 25 sets. Equitable distribution, whatever made it come out to approximately $10,000 of value each. And then the first month's payment came up, and they're like, "Oh shit, we're screwed. What do we do now?" Might have been pre-planned or something. It's like now we owe this exorbitant amount of. Not only do we owe the 10,000, we owe the 29.84% interest as well. And it's like, oh shit, we're screwed. What do we do? I know, let's call and ask our friends for money. Hey, do you got $10,000 to loan me? I'm in a big pickle. No, no, no. And they go, Brian's got money. He just got money from all of us. I wonder if he would loan us the money so we could pay down the $10,000 that we borrowed on the credit card, you know. And there's no charge if you pay it before the due date. There's no interest. It's just $10,000, what you put on the card. So that's what they did. Brian lent them the money. Loan papers were drawn up. So there are actually loans. So they filed in small claims court, uh, and they had 10 cases. That was $100,000 in total, and they the McNeffs and Brandon and Joshua never answered. So the court says, okay, you can file for a um, default settlement. Well, so so they just, yay, we won. You know, all we gotta do is file for the default settlement. Well, apparently there was some good hiding of the corporate name that they were going under and the address. So at the address where the minifig store was, there's no corporation registered other than the one that Crystal and Ben Gorman had that was legally dissolved when they left the country and let Brandon and Josh take over. So there was an error on the paperwork, which the way that the thing was presented, there was an alternate door to the back, and that door had a different address, and so that's where the company was um, incorporated uh, to. That was the address. So uh, you know they thought they'd won, so they printed up a banner that says the legal company that uh, they had put together was called "We Steal from Old People," and then they had "Bricks and Minifigs" as their tagline. He knew it was sketch and sussy and all that. Well, the vandalism was for them putting this banner over the sign that was on the building. Um, they were charged with. I got to get this in. Oh, in. Oh, what was that word? Something about inauthentic coronation. Um, so one of the schemes was to brainwash an employee so they would give out a phone number. So in pursuit of that, they crowned her queen, gave her powers, and did um, rituals with her to to brainwash her, and uh, so if that flies, every high school in Utah that has a prom king and queen, they will get sued for disingenuous coronation. Every Mardi Gras, if it went out of state and went nationwide, every Mardi Gras crew that does the king and queen, every fall festival that has a king and queen, every um, pork producer, beef producer, state fair, county fair, whatever that has a king and queen, and court would be subject to this insane charge. Uh, that's not all of them, but there's like eight different things that they're trying to get him on. But when you see the corruption of American Fork Police Department, and looking at this Tyler and saying, your eyes are constricted. You're on heroin. And basically, we do things different here in Utah. He was a member of the community. He was from there. These are people that are sworn to protect and serve the citizens of that town. And so that's their best chance of getting a human rights violation or constitutional law violations, uh, is with Tyler, because he wasn't charged with anything. He was rounded up in um, the swatting of the Airbnb. 5 people were there. They went in with guns drawn, AR-47s or whatever, semi-automatic weapons, drawn on 5 people that walked out of the house, and then, put them all in cuffs, even a minor, um, and no charges were read. They just took them all down to the station. No Miranda rights were ever read to the other 4 people. Only Ben had his Miranda, because they were going to charge him with criminal trespass or whatever that day. So they did not find what was on the warrant in the residence. The owner of the Airbnb, who lived upstairs, dual apartment, upstairs, downstairs type deal, had reported that he heard them talking about stolen Lego sets. So somebody got the judge to write an order for a warrant to search for Ben Schneider and any stolen merchandise, especially Lego set. Uh, it was all, it's very sussy uh, to get by. I'm not doing any readings here. Okay, well, I need specific questions, and if somebody wants to ask a question, I'm gonna show you what I do. Now, I don't have a good hand control, so I'm gonna this is just wash the cards on the table. Hopefully, I get them mixed up, messed up. You know, turn some around. Um, this is a valid way to shuffle cards, especially when you don't have a lot of hand control. This is, for people who don't know, this is the standard um, little yellow deck with the plaid back, tarot deck, available at any bookstore, Barnes and Noble, any esoteric shops. This is and has been the standard tarot deck since 1910. There's been a lot of other decks come out, um, but this system has been around for a very long time. Now I'm trying to get them all married together. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I wanted. I was hoping to get some new people on here, and you don't have to feel that you need to subscribe to me. This is definitely, going to be a 1 off, 2 off, 3 off series. It's not. I'm not going to do this for. Yeah, I'm doing it for clicks tonight, but just like everything else, I Okay, where's my camera at? Oh, it's just such a long delay. I'm not seeing it on the television as I'm doing it. Yeah. So this is in effect how I shuffle. Do a bunch of cuts. Now, as soon as I get the question, we'll do some more intentional. Um, and I'm putting my intention on those certain cards. If you can help me remember which ones they were. You did. You put it all in caps. Okay. Yeah, the actual, since there wasn't a good takeover um and inventory at the time, a YouTuber named CoffeeZilla um did okay. I see the question. Will he be compensated for all his efforts, and will this change the way people see police corruption? Sort of a two-part question there, Creds. Um, they're they they've changed from yes, we'll pay you, we'll make you whole. Right now, uh, they're suing Brian Mansell along with Ben. They're they're saying that he's a conspiracy co-conspirator of these RICO charges. RICO is structured enterprise to commit crime. So they basically BAM is now offering to come to the table after they see how bad the businesses are suffering, and I think their franchisees are are pushing them to settle because they're some asshats are calling in, making threats, you know, saying you're not safe and things like that. I saw a video the other day of a customer and another customer, or customer and employee, beat the living tar out of each other, and one of them was on the floor, just pool of blood. So, yeah, it's not just um, this is a big corporation. They have 300 stores nationwide. Some a, a minority are um, franchise uh, corporate stores. Most of them are franchisee stores, and I would like to see if Crystal has tire tread marks on her back, because if Bam has thrown her completely under the bus and left her for dead. Hello, Hershey. How are you doing?
Great. Sorry, I'm just so invested now. It's like I want to pull cards on this too. I want to see what I
I'm
get. Like,
I'm not hearing you, dear.
you can't hear me?
Are you, are you gonna read with me?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So the crowd can hear me, but you can't hear me, bro?
Hershey, if you can hear me, I cannot hear you still.
Okay, let me see.
This is my partner in crime, Hershey, if you haven't met her.
Can you hear me now? Is your mic on? Turn your mic up. Check your mic.
Is it me? Maybe it's me because I set my phone settings, but I don't know why it would. Speak, Hershey, speak. Oh, I heard a blip.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that works. It might have been me. I had like my do not disturbs and everything set down. So I'm gonna do a sort of a modified Celtic cross. I'm just gonna pull 6 cards, and I'll let you know what I am what the positions mean.
Okay.
And what the card means in relation to that position. Please answer the stated question. Will he be compensated for all his efforts?
Which starred question are we doing right now? FGs?
Yeah, FGs. The first part of it. Will he be compensated for all his efforts, and will this change? I am assuming you're talking about the Mansell family that owns the Star Wars Lego sets. They've said, come to the table, bring the spreadsheets, bring all the evidence that you had, and we will make you whole. But that offer only came after the stink came out. So gotta make sure that it
He's talking about Ben. He was thinking about Ben.
Ben. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll put it upright to you guys. So 5 of Wands. This is rivalry, competition. It's a struggle. It's not the ultimate struggle, but there's fighting. And it's more than just playground stuff. There are some people that are more invested in others and will swing that stick and catch you hard. So that seems to be the energy of it's going to be a fight. Will he get out? I don't know. This is his challenge. His challenge is that there's already been a smear campaign, and he's stabbed in the back. Basically, this is treason. This is treachery. By his own admissions in filming it all, he really leaves himself open to repeated and knowing that what he did was wrong. He says, you know, he'll take accountability, but he's not stressed. The guy is just grace under fire. Oh well, dang. You know, I am so impressed at how he cannot even seem emotional. The next card, the foundation of what we see, the Queen of Wands. So there's going to be some hot words. She, the Queen of Wands, she's fiery and she bites with the tongue. So the name calling is not done. There will be name calling galore in the court proceedings, and if there's a bystander, um, shit's gonna fly everywhere, and I don't think anybody leaves unsullied. Um, what's the best possible outcome for him? The reverse tower. Um, you know the prosecution's case is shaky, but the the burden of proof is on the prosecutors, and unfortunately Ben has given them all the information they need to know, even though he wasn't acting on the up and up and he was like a true Robin Hood vigilante. Courts and judges do not like to have somebody thumb their nose at them. The only way I see equity is if he gets a jury trial. And I think there's going to have to be a change of venue. I think they're going to have to move it out of Utah for him to even get a fair shake, because there is, in Texas, we would call it the Old Boys Network. And we saw with the police saying, we do things here different here in Utah. And that's sort of like, you ain't from around here, are you? And that's what's going on there. In the past, um, foundations were good. He's landed on his feet before. He's been in legal trouble, and he's he's been very lucky so far with all his investigations that when he does get sued, something happens, and he he seems to get off very easily, sometimes even scot free. But like I said, this time there's going to be enough shit flying around that courtroom that he's going to stink just like the McNeffs. Here we have our blind justice card, which is in the future. Now, blind is in this case is um, the two of swords. The swords are um, decisions and mental capacities. But if you've got a blindfold on, can you go with? Can you see if things are cut and dry? No, because there's that moon in the corner obscuring things. And the last card I'm going to pull is the how it is being um, perceived in public. Um, yeah, it doesn't look very good for Ben. We've got the judgment upside down. So we had some of our people show up here, right? We've got the Tower, which is the Lego community and the subreddits. But they're reversed from the position. They should be upright, but they're showing up in reverse. So I think that the Lego community is going to be mad because it may take the whole BAM franchise down, and some of these people find these stores very beloved, and they work with these people, and their local stores say, "Hey, I know you've been interested in this set, and they've just released it, or somebody sold us their used one. Are you interested?" They take care of each other. It's community, and it's passionate people doing passionate things. We have our Two of Swords, and it is upright, and that was the Reddit. So that's the best that he can achieve. This is the future. So the Reddit moderation teams, the Two of Swords was in reverse to symbolize them, and Reckless Ben is judgment, and this is upside down. So this is judgment for Reckless Ben, but it is turned on his head, and not the outcome that he would hope for. It may not be as severe, but there are definitely going to be major ramifications for him. And remember, Martha Stewart was not sent to jail for insider trading. She was sent to prison for lying about the knowledge of a deal. So Ben knows that he's lying on these things, and he spells it right out on the video. You know, hey, if we can't do it legally, we'll just have to put an Uno reverse card on it and do something illegal, so they sue us and take us to court. And that's what I have for you. Thank you for asking, the Creeds.
So I was trying to stay out of this. But
That suck you
my
in.
team got the smelling bad guys everywhere, and there was too much blood in the water, and I had to jump in on this. I had cards that were just itching, like, oh, there's all kinds of bad guys. So listen, I went after the bad guy energy. I want to know who the bad guy is. So listen, the bad guys that are jumping out right now are the affiliates. Right now, who are the affiliates? The affiliates are every single person involved. The original characters, the main character here is said owner, original store owner, corporate hostage takeover group, and Ben. All of Ben's friends, all of the employees of owner, son of said owner of original Legos, they're all the affiliates of this.
Oh, this is allegedly just YouTube for
For
entertainment
purposes only. YouTube, don't sue me.
Yeah.
As a former bad guy, all I can tell you is my spidey senses are going off because, oh my God. Yeah. I might have done a couple of bad things once or twice to get some other bad people looked at, but I'm not telling on myself. But what I can tell you is
that before, and it's not quite cologne.
Yeah, not up close. It's not. Now, from a distance, it doesn't smell quite so shitty until you get real close to it. Listen. Is there some entrapment going on said parties that's just, it's not theft when you're writing checks on your own account, right? It's just insufficient funds. So do I get Ben's point of view? Absolutely. I sure do. Yep. And is there going to be compensation? Yeah, but it doesn't always need to be monetary compensation, right? Even if nothing more than enough people see that somebody will stand up for damn it, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
He's not doing it for financial gain. He's not once as he has for any kind of financial gain. I don't know anything about his channel. I don't know anything about him, but any publicity is still publicity. Even if it's bad publicity, he has a YouTube channel and it is getting the algorithm. So listen. There's gain. Right? There's gain. There is some mental fuck going on, right? I do see him being right now kind of like, I should have stopped before I lit the Lego candle, but I lit the Lego candle. Can't go back once you light the Lego candle, right? I literally was not getting involved and I saw a Lego candle and I said, I'm involved. I want a fucking Lego candle. Listen, yeah, there are so many more details that we don't know about yet, right? And I don't know if he's holding it for the crucial outcome of a trial. If he was smart, he would definitely hold out for a peer of his jury, a jury of his own peers. If he was smart, and if he gets enough publicity, the right lawyer is going to pick this up. Win or lose, it's a win case. Only because right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you are willing to bat at the bad guy in a batting cage, people are going to notice that. And when the shit hits the fucking fan, they're going to know who to talk to and who to turn to. So for no other reason than it is literally in its own season, and seasons come and go so quickly, right? We know this. We live in the seasons. So yeah, Ben is going to get some good out of this. It may not be monetary, but hell, not everybody judges it by monetary. And he doesn't seem to be that way when he just wants right to be done by right.
You haven't seen part 2 yet?
No, I haven't.
But,
I'm only...
Ben lives off his what's the platform that you pay to get preview? Pardon?
Patreon, YouTube.
Yeah, Patreon. He doesn't get monetized by YouTube because most of his things are controversial and have to do with underage harm.
I know a lot of YouTubers that have Patreons that have I get it. I understand.
Yeah,
okay,
so,
I get it.
So there's self-harm and there's cults and there's some Epstein behavior going on and things that he investigates. So
okay.
So YouTube has sort of what you could call shadow banned him and not promoted his work. So before this happened, he only had 400,000 subscribers. I'm saying only with sitting here at 400 subscribers, but
hey, I'm almost at 900, y'all. But anyway, that's not what we hear about.
He's feeling he's failing. He's feeling that he's failing because he's not really making a big living out of it. But he is absolutely hitting it out of the ballpark with people that will support him monetarily after this.
Agreed.
Because
if I had it monetarily, I would make it, even if it was just a one-time donation. I would help if I had it, but I don't have it. But listen, I asked, where is Ben's mind at right now? It's vendetta right now. Like, you made me take it this motherfucking far. I've went up against bigger. I went up against meaner in his mind after what I've heard about
And
what he does,
you
and to
can't
go against.
you can't even read it on his body. He is just so nonplussed about everything. It's just
Yeah,
matter of
but for
fact.
me to have to put myself in this situation, there's a part of him now where, like he said, I can't stop until those Legos come back. It's purely,
Yeah,
it's not for there's no amount of monetary gain here for him, none. It's about the pure fucking principle of it. He don't care about the point. Your
it's,
point, their point, anybody's point can go right to the end of a fucking sentence. He don't give a damn about your point. It is the pure principle that it's you stole somebody's shit under contract. And yes, maybe he did entrapment, but all kinds of people do entrapment. They do entrapment every single day. And by letter of law, if you don't read the contract that you signed, that's not person's fault
Did-
that wrote contract. It's
did-
yours who signed it.
oh no, you haven't even got to that part yet. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay, no. See, here's what I understand. When you do make contracts up, you cannot you can't legally expect deceit to go easily. It becomes a game of tit for tat.
Yeah, well, like all contracts
And that,
are meant. All contracts are meant for the to favor the draftee, not the signer.
yes, completely aware of that. Completely aware of that. With that being said, like I said, there's some pettiness going on, when it comes to this level of tit for tat that he's playing, right? Considering the levels he's played it at. But
But I,
it's this next level that I really want to jump on, right? So, as a former convicted felon, I know a lot, and I've met in my day, which was, back then, dirty cops, ignorant cops. You can take it for what it is, YouTube, but I mean, it's my own life experience that I'm speaking on right now. So it's my testimony. What I'm going to tell you is that no amount of us bad guys telling on the said men and women in blue is going to set enough of them out to where a big enough domino effect will get the momentum going to really flush out the corruption. That wall is so high that protects them. It's freaking fucking disgusting. I am not here to jaywalk. I'm not here because I ain't got no more time left up in me to go back to nobody's jail, not no way, shape, form, or fashion. But I don't see this unless this goes so viral that they have no other choice but to look at just that one small infraction of a thing and go, shame on you. You got to fire some people now. We told you don't get caught. We told you don't get too big, but you got your big old britches. Somebody's gonna get their hands smacked. And by the looks of my cards, I look at it like this. So here is the court of law. I get Two of Wands in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse, Temperance upright, King of Coins upright, and Page of Swords upright with a big fat no. Although the whirlwind of events that will invite the chaos to come, unfortunately, will only bust the illusion of the bubble that you think will prove involuntary.
okay, so the Page of Swords upright was representative of Kai, who was the support liaison to corporate. that told Crystal, "Oh, Brandon's taking over. Brandon assumes everything um, for the consignment. He will take care of all that." But comes to find out that there was no proper inventory taken. Now,
Yeah.
CoffeeZilla, another creator, has done.
So what? No, wait, because long before I ever decided to jump on screen, there's a whole conversation going on backstage that not near one of you know about, and it's between me and my roommate because none of y'all are flies on the wall. And I'm over there looking at her, and she's over there looking at me, and I'm looking like a big fat stuffed Barney, and I'm thinking, well, does the wife know? Is the wife in on this? Guess what I got? I got a
But
yes.
she's afraid for her life. You're not talking about Crystal. You're talking about Johnson.
Josh's wife. Josh's wife.
Joshua.
Josh's wife.
Josh.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. See,
Johnson?
it seems like Josh is always trying to avoid her hearing
Well,
about this, being privy to phone conversation.
he's got to be a brother and go to church and answer his calling for the weekend.
Bullshit. Look, I don't know about your religion. I don't know about their religion. Cause I ain't got none, and I don't care what you think. I ain't got none. If that is a true wife, she knows. She knows. She knows. She's not stupid. She's not stupid.
So so she got the Queen of
She may
Wands
not know
in there.
details, but she knows something.
You got the Queen of Wands in there.
Not for her. For the husband, I got the King of Coins paired
Oh.
with the Page of Swords.
And I programmed my deck to be the reverse four of coins, the miser card, the can't
Uh-huh.
let the money go, just is holding on for dear life and grasping for more as the sink ships, as 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 this as the sink ships as the ship sinks. He is trying to rescue the treasure chest, even though it's pulling him down.
So I said, is Josh's wife does she know any part of this, even if it is only lies and tribulations? I get the Empress in reverse, I get Judgment upright, and I get the devil. But I love Triumpha della Luna because in this deck there's so many different devils, and this devil is the devil that is holding his own tail and watching it burn because he knows just how damn deep in this shit he is when he can watch his own tail burn and trying to put this out because he
And
knows.
now that you've brought that to light, does the marriage last after the money's done?
Okay, well, let's look at that. Does the marriage last? I mean, and then we need to jump on some of these other questions. But so is the marriage going to last? Yeah, and she has full control of the situation. I am not kidding you. That's what the fucking yawn stick just said. There is easy adjustments that must be made in order to keep soaring and feeling the freedom and the warm emotions that come with this ennoblement in her life. Expecting the unexpected events of new and alluring to find a new horizon.
Okay. So McCred, that we read for says, so wish would pull the justice card. Well, we did pull the justice card at the end for Ben, but it was reversed.
Yep, and I got it. I got it too on the wife. I just got it on the wife with the devil and Empress in reverse. I just got it for the wife.
So is she the mastermind behind everything? Does she end up smelling the kitchen up?
How's that statement go? Behind every good man is a better woman, a stronger woman. That it applies in this case, especially when you're playing tit for tat against a damn criminal system. You can't go up against it alone, but if you got two people in the same home, because see, here's what happens: the wife can't testify against the husband in a court of law, right? Unless you're co-defendants. Did you get that? A wife can't testify against a husband
That is true.
unless you're co-defendants.
So somebody needs to charge her. Just bring her in on it. Even though we don't see it on the surface, and she's never been named.
And you might not, because somebody's got to keep the lights on.
Ben, you're
Dumbass.
smart. Ben, you're smarter than me. Think for me on this one. You got to know, because I think you're brilliant so far.
Well,
Let's
Ben
see.
is definitely out thinking them by the looks of my cards. Ben is out thinking them, out maneuvering them, and he is gonna come out, I think, on the winning end of this. But it's gonna be because enough people are helping him, I think, be heard, be seen, instead of be not seen, not heard.
So
California is different.
McCreds, there can be, it can be construed, construated that bam, even though they're screaming Rico, they're just as bad, and there's just as many offenses towards Rico for them as Ben and the posse. So it seems to be a history of it. They've ousted more than one person in a hostile takeover situation. And it seems to be that Brandon and Joshua were always getting the sweetheart deals, because there was Josh and Ammon were missionary brothers together.
All right, so FG says, pull some cards to see how the case might end.
I guess I need to go back to live, because I'm not saying.
Go back to what?
I guess I need
Oh,
to
you
go
took
back
my
to my
comment
live.
down.
Yeah, I need my live comments up. California is different. Well,
What
things
does that
things
mean?
McCred says California is different. In the ways that the laws are written for certain things, probably RICO is what I'm thinking in this case. But you've got the American Fork Police saying we do things different in Utah. Mind your manners, boy.
So I got the Tower and Ten of Swords for how it might possibly end. Now, this
Okay.
is for the bad guy in this case, not
The
necessarily Ben,
Ammon,
just the
Ammon,
bad guy.
Ammon and brother Jeff, or Josh and Brandon.
I'm thinking Josh and Brandon is how my energy is pulling to. In my mind, they're the bad guy here. So they're the ones my cards are wanting to pull to. Tammy, we are doing a very closed session. It says right in the heading. If you would like to participate in the conversation, feel free. Otherwise, you can find another channel tonight, sweetheart. We appreciate you being here, though.
Thanks for stopping by. Um, so how it might end. I have the Emperor reversed and the King of Cups reversed. So
Mm.
I
Oh.
think the blood of Christ will be spilled, but they don't drink grape juice for their sacrament in the LDS church. They drink water because wine is a representative of a stimulant, and they don't want that to be associated with the blood of Christ. Um, neither
Okay.
neither here nor there. I just know these things. Um, the emperor on its head. So you've got the domineering, overpowering. Um, you're I'm expecting some temper tantrums because of the emperor on his head and the king of cups reversed. Um, somebody's going to become emotional, and they're going to jump out of the witness box and um, lay down a whole fusillade of explicatives. Yeah, well, burning asylum there, and how many swords is that? Is that 20 in that 10 of swords? So treason, right? No, I can't read. Up just a little bit. The the insane asylum, the hospital, and the
I got the tower and the ten of swords, and then I get the ace of wands in reverse. So there's
broken
there's
promise.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing but broken promises coming through. Like that's all that ever freaking was coming from them two idiotic morons.
I,
Listen, ugly is ugly, point blank period. And going up against it as the good guy, it's always going to be a battle until it's not a battle. And enough people realize this is one good guy that ain't going back down, even if they've got to take a hit or two or 10. I don't care what I've got to take because this family, this person, this individual, they've taken the blunt of already so much before I got involved. And now I'm involved. Gives them a break, gives somebody else someone else to pick on, but they don't have anything to throw at me. I'm an innocent bystander here, just trying to stand up for the little guy, do the right thing, stand up for right. So it's disgusting all the way around, in my
ugly is
opinion.
ugly is as ugly does. Um,
Oh,
so
and then the very bottom card
okay,
is the star in
thank
reverse
you.
and seven of
Now it's
swords.
just some cables for the computer. Thank you. My
What is
cables
it?
arrived.
Yoo-hoo!
too too late to go around and try to hook everything up now. Um, so it's easy to get lost, but it's very entertaining to get lost with it. It's
Mhm.
like it's definitely a cook popcorn and uh, sit down and relax while you try to think of the next move or the next lie. One's always moving, one's always lying. I can't say who because everything's just alleged.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just a matter of opinion. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to your live. Thank you for letting me jump in here and read with you. And I just love reading on the bad guys. So I'll let you
Okay,
finish your start
so
comment.
so
And
what I know and you may not know is BAM made the announcement that Josh and Brandon, they've cut ties with Josh and Brandon, and uh, it they say they have no more ties. Well, I know Josh and Brandon have several corporate stores, or hostile takeovers from the corporate. I'm just thinking that they're gone from that one store, but they are somewhere entangled with several other stores around the nation. Um, any thoughts on that? It's
They're
it's just all
that look,
appearances to try to
look,
save face.
it's just for pay's sake. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. There's too much invested. There's too much time. Excuse me. There's too much effort. There's too much invested. Their whole uh look, somebody saw a lot of money and now they're mad because it didn't go quite as smoothly because somebody was paying attention. And they didn't think somebody was paying attention because they thought they were old and they were sick. And then they found out they weren't just old and sick. There was somebody that was helping them. And now they're mad and they're caught. And because they tried to do it dishonestly, which it is always and was always done dishonestly, there's not going to be a good income or outcome. It's going to be a good income, but it's not going to be what it was intended to be. It's going to be what you earned, and they're going to get exactly what they deserve. At least that's my way of seeing it from
but
where I'm sitting right now.
but the price of winning at all costs may cost them dearly.
Yep, it just might. It just might.
I think that there's a lot of people involved that need a total ego death.
They need something. They need something because it's disgusting how people can just keep doing people. Definitely got to get some humanities going on quickly. Definitely. We need humanities to step in and just save us as a race because, man, saving us one time at a day at a time, in a moment, that's not enough. We need us to be saved from ourselves.
And
We're
we can't
I don't know what we are.
we can't steer those meteors to a certain spot on the planet, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
that
well, we can only go backwards so far. We're going
yeah, well,
backwards too
how
far.
will we know how to rebuild civilization now that the Georgia Guidestones have been demolished?
Really. You have a great finishing to your show. Enjoy the rest of your starred questions, bro. I'm gonna
And
be in the
I think
chat. Thank you so much for letting me jump on screen with you. And I enjoy watching the rest of your show.
okay, well, I think we got to all the questions.
Oh, did you look at all your stars?
Um,
So you got
yeah, that's where's the RICO charge comes in because he was conspiring to cheat the system. It's pretty smart, but it all documents online. He needs a good lawyer. Um, well, I said that you could also say that the good old boys are also um, eligible for RICO charges because they're
okay.
doing the same thing.
Okay. All right. I'm just looking and see if we. Okay. I guess we didn't. Wait. What is this? Even the Lego company is tired of the story. Bricks and Mings are cooked. I hope so. I fucking hope so. Greed is just fucking disgusting. Greed is
Well,
disgusting. And as somebody that was greedy, I can't. Look.
um, Lego does not directly um, supply Bricks and Minifigs. It's totally by Trader Sell. They get all their
Oh,
sets
I know.
used, or somebody diverging, divesting their collection that's been sitting in the basement or the garage. Because people know that these big Lego sets do appreciate in value, and it may cause what are they, it may cause a bubble, a Lego bubble, and um, deflate the value. And people who thought they were sitting on a gold mine, um, you know, no longer have something that they thought was going to, give them 11% year after year after year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I had a question about this, and I asked it on I think it was earlier today when you and I were talking, and it was a good ass question, and right now I can't remember what it was, but right about now I think it's like I guess I don't understand what the charges that I guess I don't understand. I gotta watch part
The
two
the
so that I can stay.
the, the
I
RICO
got.
charges, the
I
RICO
what are
the
RICO
RICO
charges?
charges
Like
are
my criminal brain is like, wait, RICO charges is like P Diddy kind of shit, right?
okay.
Uh,
So they're saying that a group of people got together and conspired to bring down a business by defaming and uh, coercion and threatening, and um, making people afraid for their safety, um, just over a bunch of freaking Lego. Um, and
mm-mm.
it
No,
uh,
no, 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 no,
it's
no, no.
it's not over freaking Lego. It's over freaking money.
It is money, and I don't give a damn. 100,000, 200,000. That's not enough money for Rico. I am not motherfucking uh
All they've
I
got
am
is
not fucking
all
you know that
Utah determines is three acts that are similar constitute RICO. And so he trespassed three times. So they're saying, oh, RICO. Now with
and the
now
go
if
and the people that are oh my god, oh my god. Oh.
so if I were a financial advisor for American Fork Police
Oh, this is making
Department,
my head itch. Oh,
I,
it's making my head itch. I don't like it.
um, I would monetize the corrupt policemen on your force with Funko Pops, with uh, cell block trading cards, with
I I need everybody that's in chat right now to get a white candle. Go get a white candle, and I want you to write, I will not tell lies on the white candle. And I want you to put to everyone, I will not tell lies. And then at the bottom, like you're signing it to everyone, like to whom it may concern. And if enough fucking people light this white one candle, because one flame will light 1,000,000 goddamn candles. And if enough fucking people right now light a candle that will not stand for this is bullshit. This is the stretchiest stretch of criminal injustice that I have fucked up. Oh my fucking God. The fuck. The
Brick,
fuckery.
five,
The
brick,
dumb fuckery
brick,
right now. The
five, brick,
fuckery. The
brick,
fuckery.
5, brick, 5, brick.
Oh my God. I want
Tear
to buy the
it
t-shirt so
down.
bad. Listen, I went on the website. We steal from oldfolks.com. I went on the website. Look, everything except for a couple of t-shirts is sold out. And if I had 30 fucking dollars, I swear to God, if I had it in my PayPal account, I'd have a t-shirt en route because I would support the shit out of this. I would have, and I would be repping my fucking t-shirts.
Did
I
they
swear to God.
they had barf bags. Were they in stock?
No, listen, I want a t-shirt. I don't need a fucking barf bag. I want a t-shirt. I want to walk around in the public supporting that this is bullshit. And greed looks different. And if you're a broke county, and I'm not assuming, I'm not making accusations, but if you're a broke ass county and you ain't got no money, and this is the only way you gonna get some damn money, this is a lousy way to get some money. I'm just saying.
I was just being funny, or trying to be funny, which often falls very flat.
No,
Facetious,
100%, 100%, 100%,
hyperbolic.
100%. Like I said, it's just my point, my perspective. But I think every single person that lights a white candle that says, I will not tell lies, and if we point them at the ones that are telling the lies right now and stretching this truth to fit their narrative, I think that a lot more people would say, now, the punishment has officially outweighed the crime. I mean, it is what it is. The punishment is so outweighed the crime here because all they want is to make sure that it doesn't get swept under the rug, ignored, become something cold, a cold case, a cold file, a memory, a fucking stored in a fucking basement somewhere that's going to flood, and then there's no record of it. And guess what happens when there's no record of it? Well, there's no proof it ever happened then, right? So I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm just the bad guy here looking at it in a very different perspective. But sorry, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm that far along in my reverse life of doing right, just doing right. Just do right. Do right. It's harder to be a criminal than it isn't. It's literally harder to get out there and break the law, go out, commit crimes, go out there, think up these elaborate fucking schemes to fucking hold down what you feel is right versus just stand up for doing the right thing. That's
So
not hard to do at all. It's kind of easy, actually. Like, just do the right thing. Like, how hard is that? But when
so
you're
you
caught, you're
said
caught. You don't want to take the damn.
you said Dudley Do Right, and Alan McNeff with that handlebar mustache reminds me of Snidely Whiplash. It's not black like Snidely's. And Ben is Dudley Do Right, and Crystal, which
100%.
they love to throw under the bus, she is now tied to the railroad tracks, waiting for the train, and Dudley is not going to be able to save her. The train is going to run over her, and parts may fly.
Yeah. Yep. There's always casualties. Um, there's always casualties.
Yeah, they're, but she's on that side. It seems that she's the only she's not innocent because she can't keep books or keep up with books. But
Or maybe she's just keeping more than one set Oh,
Well,
wait, you know
they
what?
were
Like I
they were
said, I'm
saying
gonna
three
stop
seconds.
talking here because I am still the Hershey that broke a lot of laws and did a lot of time, and I
Well,
still have that brain.
that's
Yeah.
that's the
A-
claim
And I
of
kept a lot of different books. I kept the books for the streets. I kept the books for the family. I kept the books for the popo. I kept the books for the taxes. I kept the books for the books. You know what I mean? You
that
gotta keep a
that was
lot of
that
books.
was back in your cocktail waitress days.
Maybe, maybe it was for other things. Maybe I've been keeping books and helping other people keep books and teaching people how to keep books within books. But anyway, regardless of all of that, all I'm saying is there is very guilty people here, and there is a lot of people like even that I'm proud to be the manager moment. Oh, see, she wasn't stupid when she stepped into the manager position. And I'm just saying,
Yeah, well,
she
she was a manager that
she was
managed to
smart
buy the
enough to
franchise.
fall for the entrapment of the contract and then get mad that she fell for the same scheme that she's probably a part of. So you can't get mad when a bully bullies a bully. And even though you can't tell what a bully looks like anymore because so many people sit behind a keyboard and wouldn't bully in real life, but they will bully on a keyboard. Well, eventually the right bully runs across the right keyboard that isn't scared to walk from behind the keyboard and say, "Well, I'm more than just a keyboard."
Uh, Are you
I
saying are you saying bullies can wear Peter Pan collars and puff sleeves?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm absolutely saying that. What I'm saying is where I used to just keep right on moving, be like, man, I didn't see shit. I may not be that same individual depending on what the fuck is happening. I'm not gonna let somebody. If you trying to disrespect somebody that can't even defend themselves, yeah, I'm gonna have to step in, and I'm not probably gonna win. But goddamn, at least I can talk back. At least I can defend myself a little bit. At least I can maybe help defend somebody that is not able to defend themselves at all. You got me fucked up. You got me bent. And I don't give a damn if I go to jail too. Oh well. Add it to my notches. I've been arrested more times than some people can. Well, it don't matter. I've been arrested a lot. A lot. I got a lot of felonies and I got a lot of misdemeanors.
Let's see. I got stopped once in California with a Texas license because I went straight across a multi-lane street and I was apparently in a turn lane only, but traffic was all stacked up on each other. It was marked on the street, but it wasn't marked on a sign. And so I just sailed from exit to entrance, basically
Mm.
on a feeder road. So off on a warning, and then I got stopped
Mm-hmm. I
twice
love that.
when
Yep.
I got stopped twice when um, I had been indulging in that thing that made my memory slip for a couple of years earlier today. And if you don't think I was nearly soiling my drawers,
FG says sometimes the bully gets his ass handed to him by the little guy. You better believe it. You better believe it.
oh,
I'm not kidding you. It'd be the one you don't expect. There'd be that one. There'd be that one. Be like, yep, I'm the right bitch, and it is the right day today.
I,
Let's go. Let's go. Cause baby, these
I,
is just earrings and they come off so easy. Like earrings come right on out. Like, look, they basically come out so easy. Shoes already off. Let's go.
It's not
Anyway,
Christmas until Hans Zuber falls off that building in Los Angeles.
brilliant. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Brother Thomas, I love you so much. Thank you for doing this. Thank
Well,
you, thank you, thank you. And
thanks
as they keep it updated, because I know you're gonna follow it, I'm gonna fall behind. I always do. Listen, please, please, please come back and keep us updated because I want to know now. I am thoroughly invested. So
this
definitely
is
keep us updated.
this is so niche. But if you've got any friends that are following this, ask them to come watch next time and submit their questions, and we can see how the tarot weighs in on the subject.
Absolutely. Let's get this community talking about it and let's get this community because word of mouth is the best way to spread it. So let's talk about it. All right, guys, from my end, from Mosaic and from Brother Thomas, enjoy the rest of your weekend so thoroughly. Good night. We love you. Stay with
Thank
it.
you, Hershey, and I'm going to call it quits as well. If you haven't been here before, take off the earrings. Oh, they're getting ready to fight in front of the White House tomorrow in that cage match.
Janet, Janet, get it.
For, for,
Get back to my
for
tail feather.
tomorrow is Trump's
Get,
80th birthday.
get yourself down. Get
Or
yourself down. Who are you talking to like that? Look what
you
you
got
did.
you got a whole empty shelf to be in, not on top of
Look what
things.
you did.
There you go. That's where you're supposed to be.
Doing too much. Always going after my tail feathers.
Okay, well, I'll give my tagline and say thank you, everyone, for being here. If you know of somebody who's got cut up in the YouTube shitstorm, um, share them here if you would be so kind. Um, Probably do this every other day for a bit. Um, I'm I'm waiting for part 3 to drop, but with the restraining order, we may never get to see part 3. But the details will come out in court, and we don't know yet if cameras will be uh, available for a trial, or or maybe just audio, or just the old timey court reporter sketch.
Maybe this gets carried over to fans only. I'm just saying because look, I don't know. I don't know what fans only is, but that's like a private. That's another. Like, there's more than one way to cover your ears. Cover your ears.
Skin a cat.
He didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. Look, boy.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
these these people
there's going to be a way to get to part 3. Part 3.
these these people don't know about how upset I was about a bird being left in the store, and I had never heard any stories about the bird or Save Faith. If the only thing that saves face with Joshua and Brandon in my eyes is they didn't do the bird wrong. They kept the bird there. The bird was used to being there. Uh, you know, I don't know the situation if they just kicked Crystal and her partner out so fast that they couldn't take the bird, or if it was winter and it was unsafe to take the bird, or they didn't have anything big enough to take the bird in its cage out of there. Fortunately, they kept the bird as the store mascot because a lot of people liked the bird, And now that the store is closed down, the bird went to its primary caregiver while in the store. So, yeah, since birds cannot defend themselves, that was the thing that was getting me upset. So I'm glad I found out the fate.
Me too, y'all. Me too. Because they can't defend themselves.
Well, there's no
And
advocate for them. There's no voice, and
no, it's not.
maybe that's what Ben is here to teach us a lesson about: is to give somebody without a voice a hell of a voice.
It's gonna be wonderful. And this is one of those times as I leave and walk out the door that I hopefully get to say with meaning that the truth will set him free. I truly do. That's my hope. All right, guys. Good night, and I will see you on Monday.
Good night, everybody. Hit the like on the way out if you forgot to on the way in. Um, Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and go out and make it a great night. And treat your fellow man decently.
Good night, guys.